This is Only Pizza, a podcast where we only talk about pizza. Today's pizza comes from 4 Star Pizza in Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so today we got our pizza from 4 Star Pizza in Shenango Township, just outside of Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only pizza shop in its area where it is, which is a 4 star thing. Like they try to locate pizza shops where there really isn't a pizza shop.
Yeah, there's not going to be like competition.
Now, 4 Star is a big franchise, but it's a small franchise. This franchise was started in Washington, PA, just south of Pittsburgh, in 1981. So if you'll notice, a lot of pizza shops seem to have started in 1981, or pizza businesses here in Western Pennsylvania. Must have been the big thing. Hey, start
Pizza
a
was
pizza.
big in the 80s, I guess.
So anyway, this couple, Alan and Susan Cottrill, started 4 Star Pizza in Washington, and they ran it there for like 5 or 6 years, and then they got the idea of taking it to Dublin, Ireland, because one thing, well, I'm not going to slam, here we are right before St. Patrick's Day, but probably in the 80s, there wasn't a lot of really great food in Ireland at that time, maybe.
Well, and I would venture to say it's pretty common knowledge that pizza is not a Irish food.
Yes.
It would be a new thing, especially probably in the 80s.
Yes, and there probably wasn't a lot of competition.
They're a delivery place too, which even now, like if you, like I watch a lot of British shows, like the quiz shows and stuff, and even now it's mentioned like there aren't a lot of delivery pizza options.
Right,
so especially back then.
Right,
yeah.
and I think that was their whole game plan was, hey, this is a totally not served market. Mm-hmm. You have a really big area, Dublin, mm-hmm. which doesn't have a lot of delivery food, or probably hardly any delivery food, and probably hardly any pizza. And if they did have pizza, it probably wasn't really delicious pizza like a lot of big cities, especially in the United States, that are outside of Western Pennsylvania and Eastern Ohio. They just don't have good pizza. So they went over there, and it was a huge success. They have
mm-hmm.
They do several different kinds of pizzas. They do subs. They do salads. They do all kinds of things. So it was just like a huge success. And now they have 60 pizza shops all over Ireland. It's grown that much. In the United States, I don't think they have that many, but in our area, there's a lot, because mm-hmm. I think they still have a headquarters in Washington, PA for 4 Star. So there's a few in Western Pennsylvania. So it's a franchise, but a smaller franchise. But this is close to where I work, this particular shop, and it's just really good. One of the big things with 4 Star is they make their dough fresh every day, which for a franchise is pretty incredible, like that, like a big franchise. And they really have like a company commitment to that really good, fresh quality. So when you get something from 4 Star, it's always good. And I know there's a lot of chain pizza shops, which I will not name, that I've gotten pizza from, and they're just not that good. They're not that good. But 4 Star, the crust it's a thin, chewy crust, but that has a giant fat outside rim.
It inflates so much, like to the point that it's been a while since I've had it. We had their pizza tonight just before recording, and I asked, is this how fluffy their pizza always is?
Oh yeah.
And it's great. The edge of the crust is super fluffy and delicious, and then the rest of it's thin, but it's solid enough to hold up.
Oh yeah.
And
it's always good. It's very consistent, because we get it a lot at work, and it's always good.
And it's so nice that they will deliver the farthest out of any place that delivers pizza around here.
And they'll meet you too if you live outside of their circle.
Yeah, they'll meet you somewhere to deliver. It's so nice, especially in a more rural area where, you have to drive 20 minutes to get anywhere. You can still get delivery.
Yeah, and they don't. Now this shop, and I don't know about all their shops obviously, but this shop does not have dine-in and does not have by the slice. But typically when you order something, it's like 25 minutes to a half hour, unless they're super duper busy. Mm-hmm. But it's typically pretty quick. So it's really nothing to pick up a pizza there. It's just, you're in and you're out and you're done. So, but it's really, when you see the pictures, I got a cheese pizza with pepperoni and mushrooms on half, because a whole cheese pizza, you know what I mean? But the cheese pizza is very good. It does not, this is my thing that I don't like a ton of cheese on my pizza.
Yeah,
I know people do, but I do not.
There was a good amount of cheese on it. Like, it was covered, but it wasn't super thick.
Yeah.
It was just the right amount of cheese, and there was plenty of sauce underneath.
Yeah, plenty of sauce, and the sauce is very flavorful. It's got a lot of herbs and spices in it, and it has a very nice flavor.
It's a little bit on the sweet side, but like some of the other ones we've talked about, it's not sugary. It's like natural tomato sweetness.
Yeah, it's a very good flavored sauce. And then for the specialty pizza, my favorite specialty pizza they do is a chicken bacon ranch pizza, and it is really good. It's got a lot of toppings on it. They do not skimp on their chicken or their bacon, and it's just a really good tasting pizza. So I very highly recommend 4-Star Pizza. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites in town, but it's for a chain that I would say it's a small chain. You know, it's like a, you know, for our area, it's a small chain.
Oh yeah, and until we started doing research, I had no idea that it was a chain.
Yeah.
Outside of like 2 or 3 restaurants. I had no idea.
It just seems like a regular.
It seems like a local family-owned one-off pizza shop.
Yeah, and the people that have it are really nice, very nice people that have it. I was surprised when I did the research that it was started in Washington County, because I just was like, when we started thinking about doing this podcast, I started researching all the different pizza places just to see, like, you know, who started them and all the franchises and stuff, where they got their start and everything. And I thought, wow, that is really awesome. It's actually a kind of a local pizza chain.
Still
so that's why we included it, because it's still kind of a local pizza chain. And actually the people that started this company still live in the same area. They're still in the Washington County area, although the husband he was like a hobby sculptor, and now he's a full-time sculptor. The wife is still involved in the restaurant industry. But yeah, it's really neat that they stayed in the area, you know, of all the places you could go, that they stayed in the area. But yeah, it's really good. We really enjoy this pizza. If you've never tried it before, because you know what I've noticed, which, I mean, of course, even I do this as well, but you know, we have so many pizza shops. We have so many pizza shops in this town and restaurants that make pizza and stuff. We tend to only eat the ones that are like really close to our house or our work, you know, and there's pizza shops I have never even eaten at in this town. And it's so funny because you would think like, you know, I'm going to the same place every time too. So until we did this.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things, like, most towns, I imagine, when you say that, you're going like, oh, I only ever eat this 1 or 2 pizza shops. We frequent the same 8 pizza shops. And it's a fraction of what's in this area.
Plus, we make our own homemade pizzas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is ridiculous, but we're really working now. We're getting, you know, we have hit most of our favorites that we have all the time, and we're starting to expand. So we're going to be getting into shops that we've never had a pizza from.
Or that we just haven't had in a long time.
Or we haven't had in a long time, right? Or restaurants that we haven't gotten a pizza from. So we're getting into that zone, but it's really, you know, this has been a lot of fun, you know, really, to do this. But we're also trying to eat the pizza right before we record, so it's all fresh in our mind, you know. But
and you know, we like pizza, so
yeah, we like pizza. So there's not going to be a lot of
there's
pizza
no downside to this.
There's not a lot of pizza critiquing happening. It's just good. So if you haven't, like I said, if you have not tried 4-Star Pizza, they have a website with their menu on it, and they have a lot of options.
Their meatball subs are fantastic. I highly recommend those. If you're not gonna get pizza there, their subs are also great.
Yeah, they have a lot of different subs to choose from. And also, I should throw in, their prices are really good. Very reasonably priced. And I would say, like, especially if you have a big family, or if you wanted to get a lot of pizzas for something, it's a pizza you could get. I hate to say this because I don't want to be slamming, but sometimes when you go to some of the bigger franchises that advertise their low price and everything, their pizza's just not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't want to, like, I actually bought extra pizza tonight, so I'd have leftovers to take in my lunch to work, because that's how good the pizza is. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I just think, like, this is a kind of a shop that you could get, you know, you could get pizzas from or sandwiches from or a variety of things, and it's going to be good every time. So give 4-Star Pizza in Shenango Township a try if you haven't. And we just love their pizza.
Absolutely. 4-Star Pizza's website for all their locations is 4starpizza.com. You can find us online at Mary Mac Bakehouse on Facebook and Instagram, Mary Mac Podcast on Twitter, and on our website, marymacpodcast.com. If you're from Newcastle and have a favorite pizza place that we haven't covered yet, let us know on social media or email info@marymacpodcast.com with your suggestions.